Hello, Virgo. Welcome to the channel. I'm Jessica. Thank you for joining, Virgo. Thank you for being here. Let's begin with your next message. Let's see, Virgo, what they want to convey to you these days, what they want to tell you to know what will be important for you. The first card that came out, Virgo, this is a wish that will come true. Do not forget that we are almost at the edge of this full moon that will be in Taurus. Taurus is closely related to the health of relationships, to our relationship with ourselves, to taking care of ourselves without overindulging, and so on. But it also helps us connect with the material aspect so that our dreams can become reality. Material being an earth sign like you, Virgo. The next full moon, I think, will be a new moon, and for me, Virgo, it seems it will be in Scorpio. I say it almost by deduction, but anyway, I give you the information. The first card is from a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We are in the Scorpio-Virgo season, so impulsiveness, quick things, sudden changes, surprises. But the truth is that anything can happen in this season. We must keep that in mind. Scorpio is the only water sign that acts like a fire sign, so anything can happen. And this card, Virgo, anything can happen. And this is one of the best cards because it tells us to take a pause. That is, to take a step back, but not to retreat. Instead, to propel ourselves forward, a pause before a big step. The energy of Pisces is present here, beginning to see situations differently, our lives, uncertainty about the people we recognize. This person will not change. This job will not change. This situation, this person has made a change. That means they care. This person is also showing me that every day can be better. No, I'm also making changes. I'm seeing things differently. If you feel that there are things around you changing and transforming, Virgo, those are the pillars of the universe. They are your spiritual guides trying to help you see that you are actually moving forward. Because this card of the Hanged Man is a small warning saying something, Virgo, in case your life is about to change from head to toe, but in an instant, because after this card comes the Death card, which represents Scorpio. We are in Scorpio season. This is the season of the phoenix, of death and rebirth. We will rise again from the ashes. We will bring everything to an end. Yes, because do not forget, Virgo, Scorpio is a very impulsive sign, and that is the energy that is surrounding us. So there is definitely something here. This includes your efforts, Virgo. Normally, for example, the star card also speaks of a wish coming true, but it is through the intervention from above. That is, through their intervention so that you can achieve something. However, this card represents your blood, sweat, and tears, Virgo, because you have worked so hard to achieve what you are about to achieve that it will make you feel glorious. For some people, it is very likely to be a person, as indicated here, yes, if you notice, quite different. Neither of you is human, so there may be differences between you and someone else, and despite that, the energy continues to bring you closer. But the energy of the card is about feeling pride, and that others also feel it, Virgo, for something you have finally accomplished. That is why there is a sense of relief, a hug at the end, like, we finally did it, or at last. Perhaps the ban on extraterrestrial contact will come to an end. That is what you have been waiting for, Virgo. At the base remains the Queen of Swords. Suit of Swords, air sign Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And I want to emphasize this is a detail that I think might not be fully understood, but I hope it is. The fringe of the Queen of Swords skirt evokes the energy of the butterfly. I do not know if you have noticed, Virgo, there are some black lines on this part of the hem of the dress, and it is like a small tear, because it tells us exactly that the Queen of Swords keeps her heart caged, so to speak. She is a very rational person, someone who does not tolerate games, someone who will take you out of their life the moment you provoke them, because it could be a man or a woman, but the Queen of Swords is in a transition. That is why, Virgo, if you connect with this energy, it will be very useful for you, convenient for you, but at the same time, do not let yourself be guided only by your mind, because the mind can also give us negative thoughts. You are definitely moving forward. And with this Queen of Swords card, I feel that you will begin to make different decisions, Virgo, that will bring you closer and closer to the things you want to experience, to the dreams you want to live, and you will make decisions that truly bring you closer to what you really desire. So clearly, the energy of Pisces is repeated It multiplies here, it doubles. But observe what the difficulty or obstacle is for you. Virgo, what your guide wants to tell you. This is a time of changes. Expect the unexpected. Virgo, from now on during these last 2 months of the year, I wouldn't say that everything is going to be chaotic, because I don't necessarily believe that. What I will say is that we are going to experience many drastic things, many changes that I swear to you, Virgo, at the beginning of the year you would never have imagined. Extremely drastic changes, yes, extremely drastic. For example, you may be living a normal life in your country, and at the beginning of the year you had a job, and now you are about to move somewhere else, something you hadn't planned. That kind of drastic change is what we are all going to experience. In general, the topic of money is a concern, at least for now, Virgo. And the other card appears, water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Here, it may not necessarily be a misunderstanding, but there may have been some kind of conflict, a discussion in some emotional situation with a family member, a very important friend, or a romantic situation, someone very important to you, Virgo. With this card, there has been a situation here. I don't know if it's necessarily a misunderstanding, but there has been a discussion, probably verbal, yes. Both of you feel guilty, and both, let's say, want to give up and not give up at the same time. Virgo, it could be with another Virgo, it could be with a Taurus, because the energy in this difficult situation of the obstacle makes me feel it's a very stubborn person. It could be a stubborn person. Virgo, someone who, let's say, has said things, both you, Virgo, and the other person, and now neither of you wants to give in. Give in meaning the person asking for forgiveness or apologizing first. Yes, it is an emotional energy. That's why I told you not to get too involved. Close your heart quickly, and that will be much more difficult, Virgo, because there will be no reconciliation or friendship if that's what you want. Yes. But the card clearly, Virgo, indicates that you are seeing slowness in the arrival of money into your life, or of offers that are slow to come. And we may complain a little about that, which is reasonable, but at the same time, Virgo, don't get stuck in the curse, as if your bad luck or your luck isn't that good, because we're only prolonging that energy, yes. So deep down, you keep trying to create balance, Virgo, but at the same time, I feel that for some of you, there is a decision that must be made. And maybe you haven't made it yet. And that is exactly what can make you feel like you don't know what to do. Should I do this? Should I do that? That's why you can't focus. That's why some things may not go well. And that can also feel like a burden. So Virgo, observe what the universe is hiding from you right now. What will happen without you realizing it? The Sun card speaks to us of this happiness. Virgo, joy, harmony, happiness, clarity. All the energy we long to receive is finally here with the energy of the Sun card, which represents Leo. By the way, you may have Leo in your birth chart, but this is precisely what we seek: happiness, abundance, the feeling that our life is finally starting to move in a positive direction instead of making us feel stuck. Let's analyze the root card, Virgo, the moon and the sun. For many, this refers to soulmates, even twin flames. Both cards represent masculine energy, the Emperor, and sacred feminine energy, the Empress. This is therefore the energy of a stable union, a powerful union. The Sun card, absolute happiness, Virgo, this is what you do not see right now. That is why, as I said, we may complain about our luck, which is normal in situations like when things do not go as we want. But at the same time, remember that the Sun card tells you that things are about to get better, Virgo. Let's see another card. What are you missing now? What is the universe hiding from you? Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Virgo, you are freeing yourself from oppression. You are freeing yourself from stagnation. I feel that chains are breaking. Perhaps you're about to end some kind of relationship with someone or something. And when I say something, most likely you are finally leaving your job, and so on. Yes, basically. The card still belongs to Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Knight of Swords, fire sign. If there is any kind of conflict here, it is important to remember, yes, an energy of conflict, but it is a conflict that can be handled. It's a conflict that will not escalate. It is not a conflict that will leave us exhausted. It will not take away our energy at night. No, it is simply a conflict that we can consider, in quotes, a little superficial, because it is not something very deep. It is not a complex problem that is very difficult to solve. But certainly there could be some kind of conflict, perhaps at work, or even a misunderstanding with a friend. But certainly, Virgo, eventually it will be resolved. We will enter a much calmer period. This is necessary. Perhaps you need a conversation, or even Virgo, you are not going to let this drag on any longer. You are going to cut contact with someone and finally distance yourself. Another thing you do not see now is that there is a planned trip. Yes, there is a trip that will definitely take place. So let's see, Virgo. In Taurus, it's not just about the card in Virgo. It's not just about the card that tells us, no, here you have what you longed for so much. It's like a feeling of relief, but you also begin to enjoy it. Not only finding and obtaining what you longed for, but beginning to live it and enjoy it. And that is precisely what Virgo, that season, if you notice, opens up to. And that is what right now we do not see. We do not see because the universe wants us to wait for changes, not necessarily results. But yes, so this is another card. Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, just like the main card of Justice, represent a fairly steady energy that is moving toward you. Virgo, this card indicates money that you will receive. I don't know if it's necessarily money that someone owes you, but I sense that you will receive something. With this card, I'm not sure if it will be a raise, a bonus this month, or if someone who owes you will finally pay you. But Virgo, without a doubt, you will see how things work out in your favor. Definitely, the energy of this card brings a lot of harmony. You will experience many good moments. You will feel that you have more company than ever, perhaps in the next 2 weeks, Virgo. Not only will your relationships begin to improve, but also you will notice that the energy around money, as you have seen, is not stagnant, but rather slow with that card in that blocking position. Now things are finally starting to move. Virgo, what a message! The energy of the card is once again from an earth sign, but this is a moment that you finally begin to enjoy, and above all, to share with those who have always been there for you. Because Virgo, there have been many times when your financial situation has been difficult, but even so, there are people who may have helped you. Look at this little mouse that is sending or giving that coin to that person, or this fairy that is here, and there have been small helps, small signs, so to speak, occasionally, that money will not necessarily abandon you completely in life, but it may just be hard times. And that is why we see how the universe finally gives you, Virgo, what you truly deserve. And you can also begin to enjoy it with the people around you. So let's see what the universe takes away from your life and what it will do. We feel well-being for what we are finally about to receive. This card tells Virgo that it is time to set boundaries, because if you don't, the universe will take care of removing these people from your life, since we might not do it ourselves. Yes, then the World card is at the root. Virgo, this is the energy of beginnings. Remember that we are asking what is leaving your life and what replaces it, and it is being replaced by the World card. The energy of Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo is present here with the World card. Travel, a new cycle, communication, important information is coming to you, but above all, changes, and more changes. Yes, it is important to note that the number is very important here. What is leaving is the energy of scarcity, because the card represents the ability to create something we have been eagerly waiting for. It is precisely the energy of scarcity that is slowly leaving us, but that is very important. Virgo, the card shows that we are not setting boundaries as we should. We need to set boundaries properly, because if we don't set boundaries as we really should, things around us will not go well. So let's see the near future. Let's see what they are trying to tell you these days. The card appears. Here it speaks of a promise that has finally been fulfilled, a promise made real. And at the base, Virgo, there is an air energy, specifically Libra, which may be acting in a very unpleasant way. Yes, this is a person who, let's say, has a low vibrational energy. They may be conspiring against you, or they may simply be extremely selfish, the kind who criticizes and hides their hand. These are people you really shouldn't trust. And the energy of this judgment card tells you that you will see the real person, their true face, their true nature. You will see who they really are, Virgo. And that will be enough for you. Put a stop here and finally walk away. In fact, distance yourself from this negative energy that, is probably from Aquarius. That's the strongest energy I get. But eventually, the moment you walk away, you begin to feel peace. You finally start to feel much calmer. You see this energy here. There is definitely a promise that someone is making, whether it's the universe or literally a person. But Virgo, this will propel you into new projects, new plans, new situations that you will eventually have to face. Anyway, I'm going to draw another card because I'm curious. Virgo, let's see another card for the near future. There is definitely a lot of fire energy here for you as well. Please add another card for Virgo. There is someone here who can help you reach your goals, and there is a promise, and it may have cost them dearly. And the remaining card was drawn. This is the card: Water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is something that has been pointed out to you, Virgo. It speaks to us of fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Not only you, Virgo, remember that you represent the energy, whether you are a man or a woman. You, Taurus, and Libra represent the energy of the Empress, and this is the Emperor, who is almost your divine counterpart. The Emperor can be a man or a woman, simply an energy that also has great leadership and can be similar to you in one way or another. But this is a combination that will lead you to a great celebration, Virgo, which culminates as the cherry on top with your reading of the card, clearly. It is a great sign that this zodiac has followed you. We are getting closer and closer to this famous conjunction and the famous portal day. This will be very beneficial for you, Virgo, but above all, it will help you achieve or manifest things you once thought impossible. So Virgo, from the bottom of my heart, I wish that the goodness of this wonderful reading comes completely true for you. And if you feel that in some way you have connected with the message, if it has resonated with you, perhaps the best support you can give me is by giving this video a like. If you want, leave a small comment, but don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. So Virgo, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for your love, for your support, for being here, for being present in these moments, for your company. I'm very happy to be here with you. I'm sending you a big hug wherever you are, Virgo. See you soon.